So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to give you an advice that I believe it can serve you in your next purchase. If you are planning to buy a car in Kenya or even to import, this advice I believe it will be very useful. If you are buying a car from anyone in Kenya or from abroad, understand their selling narrative. Okay? Understand what do they preach. If you are dealing with a salesperson, there are so many people that sell vehicles online. But if you follow someone consistently, you will understand their narrative. I'll give you an example. If you come to us, Explore Car Imports and Explore TV, we speak about low mileage cars, high grade vehicles, vehicles that have, less wear and tear, a vehicle that when you own it, it will serve you for a long time because it is high quality. And we always do our checks with our guys in Japan to ensure that that car has no history of accident and those kind of stuff. So if you follow us over time, you will come to understand that we preach high quality cars. Maybe it will cost you an extra 100k, an extra 50,000. Maybe you will not save the money as much, but the quality of the car you get, it beats anything else that you can ever dream to achieve in the car buying process. So the same thing, if you follow some other importers, if you follow some other guys who sell vehicles locally, over time you will get to understand what do these people actually stand for. What is their signature message in their car selling process? There are people, I mentioned earlier, there are people who are solely or just focused on affordability. Okay? There are people who are focused on selling what they have. They don't care about your budget. They don't care about other alternatives. They don't care about whatever else exists out there. They just want to focus on what they are selling. I like this gentleman in Mombasa called Billy Pep, because him, to be honest, I don't know how he works, but he proposes a lot of car options to a point whereby I think everyone who wants to buy a car locally will always get a unit with him. Okay? That for me is a very good way of a salesperson, because they don't have their own static stock. They don't have just 20 cars in the showroom and they have to sell those cars by fire, by force. No, for him, I don't know how he works with the dealers in Mombasa, but every day he is in a new showroom showing a lot of vehicles that people can buy. So for him, he will not force you a single car, because in every car that he shows, there are 5 other alternatives that you can see from his channel. For me, that's a good guy who you can really consider to buy locally. When it comes to some other guys, they are working in a single showroom, okay? That showroom has only 2 Mazda CX-5. So from morning to evening, their work is to market those 2 Mazda CX-5. If you give them your specification, your budget, they will always return with the 2 cars they have in the showroom. So those kind of people, to be honest, they will not sell you what you want, but they will sell you what they have, okay? And that is in the local context. So, and also there are so many brokers in between. At some point, you will get to understand people. But maybe for you buyers, you don't have the time to study all these guys who sell online and understand what they stand for so that you can judge. Because for me, I know if you contact a guy like Billy Pep, I know from his network of dealers that he works with, probably he will be able to get you the car that you want, okay? With the specification that you want, with the budget that you want. But there are some other guys, if you talk to them, they can only sell you what they have. So I was saying that is in the local context. When it comes to the international context as well, even in Japan, to be honest, let me tell you guys, there are some salespeople, and I cannot mention their name, who are only focused on exporting affordable cars, no matter the condition, no matter the grade. So if you tell them that you need a Toyota Vitz with 1 million budget, total added cost, they will get you that car, okay? But don't turn the conversation into the condition. Don't ask them about the grade. Don't ask them about the history of accident. No, because they want to give you something affordable no matter what. For me, there are so many people who have come to me with a very small budget, okay, that can get them a car with 100,000 kilometers. But after assessing cars that have 100,000 kilometers, those people decide to add 100K, okay, Kenya shillings, and get a car that has less than 50,000 kilometers. Given the benefit, given the confidence in ownership, given the certainty around the quality of that car. So even when you get into these Japan exporters, so whether you are looking at the big websites that have a combination of dealer stock and other people and everybody selling in Japan will upload their cars there. For me, I can tell you, I know companies that are focused on affordability. I know companies that are focused on quality exports. And for us, we focus on those that deal with quality. There are those companies, to be honest, they have tried to leech us to give them orders that we have received. We try to share them, but they have zero suggestion. Yes, they have over 1,000 cars in their stock, but if I tell them, give me a Mazda CX-5 below 20,000 kilometers, grade 4.5 with no accident history, they don't have a single unit in their stock. But they have over maybe 20 Mazda CX-5 in stock, but none of those matches my criteria. There are other suppliers. If I give them the same description, they will suggest me 5 cars already available. And then our guys in Japan, their work is to make sure they verify all those purchases before we source from any dealer or from any auction. So what am I trying to tell you guys? It is good sometimes to value experience, okay? So for me, I can tell you, I have experience to discern or to tell you the narrative of salespeople and what they stand for. There are people who will tell me that I bought my car with this guy. And if I know that guy, I always tell them, I hope you never made a mistake, because I know this guy will sell you anything. I know this guy will corner you to buy what they have instead of you buying what you want. So that's why I always advise people, if you have time, study the salesperson you are buying from, understand what is their narrative around car ownership, what do they actually sell to their customers, what will make you get convinced about buying from them. So if it is all about the budget and about saving money, then that is the easiest way to purchase, because low quality cars, you will always get them at a very low price. But if you want to get now a high quality vehicle at a balanced price, then that requires some efforts, and that's where our our expertise come in. Through Explore Car Imports, we help you get that car that you want. And you know, our story is a public story. All the cars we have brought, we have tried to our level best to invite all the car owners to our channel. There are those who prefer high level of confidentiality. There are those who prefer to be seen, those who prefer not to be seen. But in any case, they have allowed us to shoot videos with their vehicles. So far we are counting over 30 cars purchased. Not all of them have arrived. So if you check our channel, we have over 15 vehicles or 18 vehicles that have already been delivered to Kenya, and we have posted their videos. And every time we receive any other car, we will be posting those videos, those photos, so that you guys can see what we really stand for. Okay, it is not just another car importation process. Okay, I tell you, importation can take time, sometimes in delays of 3 months. The best arrivals can happen in 45 days. An ideal scenario is 2 months. Some other cars can delay by they can arrive up after 3 months. So why wait for so long for something that you will not be very proud to own? I have seen people who have waited for 3 months, but they never had anxiety in their mind. They were never troubled by the fact that their cars had delayed, because they knew if that car arrives, then it will be a very big moment of their pride to say that they waited for something worth waiting for. So if you guys want such an experience, reach out to us, and I am sure I will help you, especially the Mazda CX-5s. You can see this is mine. I bought it only at that 20,000 kilometers. Right now, we only clocked 30,000 kilometers, and it is almost 8 months down the line. The car, it is still in perfect shape, very, very good performance, no single issue. And after this, I have brought many other Mazda CX-5s. So if your dream is to bring a quality Mazda CX-5, our guy in Japan is an expert in this, and I am sure we can deliver you whatever you need. So guys, reach out to us any day, anytime, and I'm sure we will work together.